Home sweet home. Man's home's his castle, right? Well, even the big, beautiful house like this, if you're past due on your mortgage payments, if foreclosure is on the horizon, things are not quite as sweet as they once were. At StopForeclosure3ways.com, we have identified the 3 methods that are working to stop foreclosure. In this short video, I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version. If you want to learn more, you can go to the website. We're going to talk about loan modifications, mortgage replacement that I guarantee is new to you, and short sales. Starting with loan modifications, why are they predicting 10 million or more this year? Well, here's the answer. Big banks and little banks finally recognize it's cheaper and better financially to deal with a homeowner with an existing mortgage than foreclosing. If a bank forecloses, it costs them tens of thousands of dollars. This is money they don't have to spend if they do a loan modification. If they do a loan modification, they don't have to put money into reserves. It's a federal law if they have a foreclosure. If they foreclose, they have to resell your house, many times fix it up, and of course pay a commission to a realtor. If they're foreclosing, are you making your mortgage payments? No. So a loan modification is better for cash flow. It's better for the balance sheet. It's better all the way around. From a homeowner's perspective, well, there are a bunch of advantages. First off, a loan modification does not affect your credit score. And the reality is, even if your credit score is not so great, if you have someone doing this that knows what they're doing, chances are you end up with a better rate than if you had perfect credit. Should it be like that? No. Is it like that? Yeah. How about stopping the stress in your home? How about not having to worry about where the kids are going to go to school? How about having a mortgage payment that's permanent and something that you know you can live with, or having past due amounts and penalties and interest forgiven? Even having principal reduced from your loan amount, that's happening as well. At Loan Mods or Us, you can go there. I've got the 22 most frequently asked questions that I get and answers to them. Here's a quick example. One of our law firms was able to negotiate from 7.875 down to 6% on an interest rate. Mortgage payments dropped $1,000. $8,800 was forgiven, and because the new payment of $4,100 includes $800 in principal, the payment or the mortgage is paid off 3 years early. I've got hundreds of examples. That's just one. At Loan Mods or Us, I'd like to let you know that we have a network of 9 law firms that we've affiliated ourselves with that will evaluate your circumstance free. If they evaluate it and if they accept you as a client, they have a 97% success rate at getting your loan modified. If they can't, they give back your money, and that's a written guarantee from the law firm to you. Every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we have weekly conference calls where you can call and ask any question you want to, or you can email me or phone me, whatever you prefer. Mortgage replacement. People that now know about it are calling it America's best kept secret. Who do we owe the pleasure to for this? Good old Uncle Sam and his groups of laws. They call them acts. Truth in Lending Act, Homeownership and Equity Protection Act, Fair Debt Collection Act. All these acts are dozens of laws bundled under an act. When you figure out how many laws you're total talking about, it's 180 laws that are federal laws that govern how banks loan us money and what they're supposed to do and what they are supposed to document. Now, the reality is no one has been auditing them. No one. So they haven't done it. A lot of these laws have been on the books for decades and they've just ignored them. If you want to challenge them, this is how the process works for a mortgage replacement. You're the homeowner. You hire the company. The company is really the quarterback of this entire process. And the way it works is after you've hired the company hires a law firm on your behalf. The law firm contacts your bank and says, Mr. Banker, we've got John Q. Homeowner, and we want you to prove to us that you've complied with all 180 laws, please. They send back whatever they got. They look at it. They go to the judge and say, wow, Judge, this bank has 50 violations out of 180 or 80 violations or whatever the number is. And the judge goes, well, we need to substantiate and document that. So he calls the Justice Department, gives them a list of the alleged violations. Justice Department contacts your bank, says the same thing. Send us proof you've complied with all 180 laws. The bank then sends back to the Justice Department whatever they've got, usually the same stuff they sent to the law firm. Justice Department looks at it, confirms where the violations are, makes a list, and goes back to the judge. Judge says, holy smoly. We had one gentleman that had, out of 180 possible, 177 violations. Fine on that one was unbelievable. So, the way it works is every violation has a fine or penalty that's associated with it. The judge adds up everything and says, okay, let the bank know that they got to write a check to your homeowner for $800,000 or $400,000, or one with 177 violations was $1.3 million. Now, don't get too excited. Yes, you get a check, and in all likelihood it will pay off your mortgage in full and have a lot of extra money. You have to give the extra money to the law firm. That's how they make their money. They don't make anything until that point. So you want them to be motivated to really dig deep and find all the things the bank screwed up. So once you have received the check from the bank, you pay off your mortgage with what the money the bank just sent you. It's their money, right? And then you get a new mortgage that is going to be half the size of the one you just paid off at 2% simple interest for 40 years. There's no qualifying, no closing costs, no mortgage insurance, and it's even assumable. A couple quick examples. If your mortgage was $250 at 8%, your payments would be $1,800 and change. After that's paid off, $125 is your new mortgage amount. 2%, your payments are under $400. How sweet would that be? Saving $1,400 per month, or over $17,000 per year. If your mortgage is a little bigger, $400,000, 6.5%, $2,500 principal and interest after it's paid off. New one's replaced. Replacement's $200,000 at 2%, $600 payment, $1,900 savings each and every month. If those don't work, in other words, if you don't want to do any type of getting your loan to where it's affordable, if you just said, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm done, house is gone, we're moving, I just want to stop the foreclosure. Well, that's where a short sale comes in. The company we recommend will stop the foreclosure immediately, usually, and the reason for that's the second item here. The company makes an offer immediately. Well, the company making an offer to buy your house will generally stop the foreclosure process because the bank's in charge of it. The bank will normally say, oh, we've got a viable offer here, call the law firm and put the halt on the foreclosure while they evaluate your offer. So it does usually stop it immediately. Now, the realtor is not involved in the short sale process. Realtors don't like them. Most of them are horrible at them. Let realtors do what they do best, which is show your house and find a buyer for it. Also, it's better for you, the homeowner, because a short sale will show as a satisfied debt on your credit rather than a foreclosure. Also, you as a homeowner stay in the home months and sometimes even longer than that while the process is going on. It's not an overnight process. Usually, it can be, but it usually isn't. Cost of this is zero. The company that does this earns their money from the bank or from the person who buys your house. You will not pay them a dime. So everything they do for you for free. That's it. Those are the three choices. Again, on my website, Stop Foreclosure 3 Ways, I've got a chart that shows all three methods, all the salient points so you can look at it. All this contact information will appear at the end of this video, so you don't have to write it down now. Bottom line is, Uncle Sam wants to protect us. There are 180 laws out there that the banks have flat been ignoring. Let them pay for their stupidity. Let them pay for their lack of professionalism. Let them pay for their sloppiness. They're federal laws. It applies to all the banks. Take advantage of it. Get your mortgage cut in half, replaced with a 2% one that's like a car payment, for Pete's sake. Thank you for your time. I hope this is helpful, and may God richly bless you and yours today.